So I did a thing, and it's my first time ever buying from another seller, secondhand. Technically, this would be third hand since that person bought it from another person, and I'm the third owner. So I kind of cheated. If you've never purchased from another person before, the first thing I did obviously was open up the box and make sure everything was good and make sure there weren't any rocks or a brick in it. Everything is there. I didn't dive into any details or make sure that everything was scuffed up. I at least wanted to make sure I got through this video with you all, just to make sure it was done at least. So I slept on this figure, and the reason being is because of the saber. At the time, I've not watched. I want to say I wasn't watching a lot of the Star Wars films, and I didn't realize Kylo's saber was meant to look the way that it does from Hot Toys. So it's got a corrupted look, and I was just not sold. I'm like, that's not it. It doesn't look like, I wanted it to be smooth, the effects. And I learned after the fact that it's meant to look like that, and that's what all of his other sabers look like when you purchase Kylo Ren. So I hated myself, and now I'm backtracking. So I've got this one. I'm looking to find the first variant, and I already have the other Kylo pre-ordered. He's already fully paid. I'm just waiting for them to ship him out. I want to say he's due in April, so I got a lot of time to make up for. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the box first. So we all know about that engraved Star Wars logo there on the front. We've got Kylo Ren, MS-438 for those of you who would like to know. And something cool that I noticed. Look at that. Why don't we get this for all of our Star Wars figures? Look at that. We've got the engraved Star Wars on the back and another image. That is awesome. No cigar wrap. We're missing that. But man, do I love the back of that box. That looks great. Let's go ahead and get into the accessories right quick. All right, so let's see. It's already got quite a bit of wear on the box there, so here we go. Nothing on the inside, as you can see. And we also have that card art, which looks pretty good. Really nice. I like this one. There's not a lot going on, but I like it. Really cool. And then I just want to show you all the packaging as well, because this guy really took his time and he really tried to package it nicely for me. So we have the wrap on the feet. We have the wrap on the head. He included the batteries and the pegs. Everything is packaged in here pretty nicely. So shout out to Quinn on Facebook. So let's go ahead and start things off with the base here. As you can see, we have the Crotch Cradler 9000. Love these. We also have the base here, and with the base, we have a couple cards, which I think this one looks really cool. So you can see the texturing on that. That's what the bottom looks like. We also have, I want to say this is probably part of his ship. You can get an idea for that texturing. It's really nice. And then without all of the base cards, this is what you're looking at. You got that really cool metallic nameplate there. I wish they all sort of look like this. It's got a bit more of a cool factor to it. Next up, we've got that saber. I love the bluing effect there. It looks realistic to me on this one. I'll get to the other one shortly. These pieces can obviously come out, if I didn't want this to look this way. And again, look at the detailing in that hilt. I love, love, love Kylo's hilt. Really nice blade. Now, like I said before, the hilt on this one it doesn't look realistic, the bluing, in my opinion. As you can see, it's got more of a ring look to it versus more like an effect, if you will. And this here is the battery operated arm, which I probably won't be using. I used to, but I probably won't be using this one. And again, I don't like the look of the weathering or the bluing on this. Sorry. We also have a couple hands here. We have the force push. That leather sculpted look. Really nice. This is sculpted. This is not leather nor pleather, but it certainly looks like it. We have the saber hand here. We have the right saber hand here. Pretty much like the last one, just on a different hand. We have his fist. And we have another fist for the opposing hand. And here we have two hands that are identical to each other, left and right. If you want, you could possibly have him holding the mask in one hand, or maybe even holding his cape, depending on how you want to do it. Really nice additions. Now, as always, we also have a couple extras. They were nice enough to package the pegs for me. So we've got our pegs, we've got our batteries. Really nice to have. All right, we also have the instructions, which, I mean, it's not in the best shape. Again, buying this third hand, I'm actually shocked the instructions look like this. I didn't know so many people read the instructions, but I mean, it won't take much to iron it out, I guess, or by flattening it out, rather. We'll see what we can do with this. We also have that textured cape, which I kind of fear for this in the future a little bit. I mean, I'm glad that there's some sort of texture to it where if it did flake, it looks totally normal. So I guess I'm not too worried about it. I guess I'm worried about the way that it'll look in the future. It's kind of hard to see, I apologize. But it looks great, feels good. It's got some weight to it. Really nice. Alrighty, so initial thoughts on Kylo straight out of the box. I think he looks great. His legs are a little loose. I want to say that it's a possibility that I can probably try to maybe purchase another body. We'll see. But for the time being, those are rather loosey-goosey. There were a couple issues with this figure when I purchased it. I bought him for $275. There is a black ink sort of thing going on at the bottom of his neck there. I'm not too worried about it, but the main reason that I wanted him again is because I'm just backtracking, and he was one that I wanted, but one that I didn't like, again, because of that saber. But overall, he looks fantastic. Alrighty, and then we have that super awesome, iconic helmet piece that Kylo wears. Look at the detailing in that. Now, this is obviously before the repairs were made, before he destroyed it. And another cool thing is that they added the cloth layer in there. so that it doesn't just look empty. I love that. And as you can see, it's on a pivot. If you want to have him do his dance or get his bust a move or two, we have that. Really cool piece. Next up, we also have that likeness to Adam Driver's character for Star Wars. Look at that scar. That is definitely Adam Driver. I love the look of his face sculpt. Not my favorite hair. Doesn't look the best to me, but certainly does look good. I can't see the lining in it either. But look at that face sculpt. I'm going to have a great time shooting this later. I love, again, that the detailing there in the scar, it's not just, you know, a mark. It's actually engraved. That looks really cool. I love the extra moles there in his face sculpt. The expression, the seriousness in his face. Really, really nice head sculpt. Alrighty, and that's going to do it for the video. For Kylo Ren MMS 438, he looks great. I don't really have too many bad things to say about it. I mean, I purchased it from a third person, or actually from a second person. I'd be the third. I mean, he comes with his own issues. His legs are pretty loose. There's a piece of his saber here that the seller put into the baggie. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little broken piece. I feel like it would require me to be very meticulous with the super glue and placing it back on the saber, but it's a saber piece, very, very tiny. We'll see. It's on the inside, but I hate that it's broken. I ended up purchasing this for $275, which I think the original asking price was like $325 or something to that effect, but I didn't like that it came with the overwhelming Febreze smell, the broken piece, the dye on the neck, which you can't see, but it's still there. The instruction manual is pretty much tore to hell, which you've seen in the accessory portion. My goodness. I still can't believe that the instruction manual looked like this. That's absurd, but people are reading. Even if it's not you or me, people are reading. Outside of that, though, I'm very, very glad that I picked this up. He looks fantastic. I'm going to have to find one really good pose and stick to it because those legs are very, very loose. I wanted him in a dynamic pose as if he were shooting out his lightsaber. You know that pose that I'm talking about. But the legs are so loose that I won't be able to do that. He kind of rocked forward, and luckily enough, I didn't have him posed and he fell on his face because that wouldn't be nice. Outside of that, though, I'm very glad I picked him up. I don't really have too many bad things to say about it. Face looks great. He looks great. Face sculpt is amazing. I love the cape. I didn't think I would like it too much, but it looks really good. I think I would have preferred the magnets to be on the inside there, maybe on the shoulders instead of like on the back. There's like one magnet piece on the back for the cape to fit. And I mean, it gets the job done, right? So it's either you have the cape or you don't. Yeah, so that's gonna about be it for now. If I have if I notice anything, I'll probably put it on Twitter, but I haven't really noticed anything else outside of the issues that I mentioned previously. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Join us over on social media. Those links can be found in the description below. Leave a comment. Have you ever purchased anything from a second seller, a third seller? How did it come to you? Do you have a good experience, a bad experience? I want to know these things. We'll catch you all again in the next video. Take care.